right? You remember, correct? We were kind of running our test, correct? So today we will start with our our actual, you can say, UI component, okay? How we write the test case in Cypress. So in the yesterday's discussion, I believe we have written some of the JavaScript code, correct? So now over here, the first thing which I wanted to discuss is nothing but I will just create one folder file over here, guys, okay? Or else I can create the file inside Cypress automation, this thing only. I'll give the name as readme.md, okay, just for our reference purpose, okay? So the topic which I'm starting today is nothing but CSS selector, okay? So if you have got the idea till now, right? Cypress is supporting only one type of locator, okay? And that locator is called as cascading style sheet, okay? That locator is called as cascading style sheet. So to work with this, you just need to create a file called like I have created a file css test.cy.js. Now see guys, whenever you work, sometimes it happens that the auto suggestion does not work, right? Does not work fine. So now the concern over here is what I told. Please go to command.js, please press Ctrl S, please go to e2e.js, please press Ctrl S. Okay. Now go to your test case again and now start writing. So it will kind of show up. Okay. So describe. Now we are learning CSS guys. Okay. So CSS demo. Okay. So everyone are aware, right? What is CSS? Anybody wants to kind of just give an explanation? What is CSS? Anyone? What is CSS, guys?
Um, CSS is styling, like how we styled our locator, our like HTML
Uh,
code.
yeah, CSS is like you can consider like if you under like if you went through the full form, right? Which is nothing but cascading style sheet, right? So cascading style sheet means like you are trying to style your web page basically. Okay, so whatever web page you have, right? You are having several locators such as when you go to Orange HRMS. Okay, so in Orange HRMS, if you notice, we have a logo at the top section. We have this particular section, this particular buttons, everything, right? So for each and every element, we will have the cascading style sheet. Okay. So to work with the cascading style sheet in Cypress, guys, please remember, we first need to kind of go to the respective block, respective URL. Okay. So ideally, like if I go to the theoretical part of CSS, let me kind of create one this thing, okay, where I will write the complete theoretical part of what we are discussing right now. Okay, so here what I want to convey is, guys, you have multiple ways to write the locator. Okay, so before that, guys, you should have the basic skill set on HTML, guys. Okay, so HTML stands for hypertext markup language. Okay, hypertext markup language. So whenever you want to kind of capture the page source of this, you just go right click and click on inspect, or let's say open page source or something, right? So we will be able to see the complete page source. Now over here, if you notice carefully, we are having the complete code in the form of HTML, guys. Clear, everyone? So now how to kind of understand this particular code, right? So if you see, guys, if you change the browser, the color combination which is being used for the styling, which may differ, guys. Okay, it may differ. So everyone can see that we are having something like in brown color, we are having something in yellow, so blue color, and we are having something in, let's say, violet color, something like that. Okay, so just to give you an insight of this, let's say if I inspect this logic, right? And if you notice, this is the law, this is the code for that, right? If I inspect this particular, let's say, text box, which is kind of showing up over here, that is admin, right? And if you see over here, if I right click on this, if I copy this, copy HTML, or let's say copy element, okay? Now I'll go to this particular file and paste it over here, okay? So can anybody explain me this structure? Yes. What is this all about? How we should read this? Yes.
So
Yeah, go ahead, please.
okay, so input is a tag, so where the starting tag is their input, and then that data is like
It's a
what
tag.
yes, and class you can see, so from which class they have stored some value in the class, so there is another
So what
data
is class?
also. uh,
Class is nothing but attribute. Okay.
attribute, yes.
And what is this? Whatever is written after that?
That is the value for that attribute.
Value. Okay. So please understand this. Three things are very, very important. So overall input is a tag. Okay. Then we have name as an attribute, placeholder as an attribute, autofocus as an attribute, class as an attribute, guys. So if you consider if we will have one attribute or something, then the answer is no, guys. You can have multiple attributes. It depends upon the HTML coding structure or coding, whatever we are doing. Okay. So here input is a tag name. Please remember this, guys. It's not necessary that every time this value will be input only. It can be other values also. Okay. It can be div, it can be form, it can be table, it can be H2, it can be H1. Okay. It can be P paragraph. So all these tags, whatever I'm speaking, right? All these tags are nothing but the tags of our HTML programming language. Okay. So input is a tag, data something something you can see, right? This is an attribute, class is an attribute, name is an attribute, placeholder is an attribute, autofocus is an attribute. Okay. And value you are clear, right? So name is an attribute, let's say. So value is username. Value is username. Now how to kind of understand this in little bit in detail? So I'm writing few points, guys. Okay. If you are aware about the tag name and attribute and value, okay, all three I'm talking about. Okay. If you are aware about all these three, then the CSS selector will be CSS selector will be, what will be CSS selector, guys? It will be um it will be it will be it will be uh,
Locator.
input, okay, square bracket, okay, tag name, okay, is equal to value. Understood, everyone? Anybody has any doubt, query, questions on this? Input tag name is equal to value, and this value you need to pass in the single quote or double quote. Okay. Second,
Yeah,
you,
so because
yeah, go
so
ahead.
here like so in somewhere like for define the attribute we use at the rate also. So
Yeah,
that
at the rate will come whenever we are talking in terms of XPath.
okay.
Okay. So in CSS, we will not see at the rate. Okay.
Okay, so here we are directly defining if you tag then attribute and that value. That's it. There's
All
no
this. Yes. No need of at the rate. No need of, see, we don't have text function. We don't have contains function. We don't have, let's say, starts with functions. All these functions, whatever I told, right? All these functions are not available in CSS selector. Okay.
oh,
All
okay,
these functions are available in what? In XPath.
okay,
Okay. Let's say if you are aware about tag name and value, only this two. Okay. Then the CSS selector will be, just you need to say tag name, but that should be in square bracket. Okay. Tag name is equal to value. Understood? So this is like I'm saying, you guys, please remember these are multiple ways to identify the same thing. Okay. Don't get confused that this is different. This is different. No, you are trying to identify the same element, but the way which we are writing, right, that is kind of getting changed. Okay. Next, if you are aware about the ID, okay, ID as in like ID is actually one of the attribute. Okay. It may be present, it may not be present. Then the CSS selector will be hash ID. Okay. You just need to append hash at the start. and then you need to write id, whatever is the id value, guys. Now the concern is, are we having id over here? If it is not present, then we will not be able to use the third point. Okay, please remember. Last, if you are aware about the class name, if you are aware about the class name, then the css selector will be dot class name. Understood? Dot class name. So here, if you notice carefully, this is my class name, okay, which is nothing but this one. So if I'm aware about this class name, okay, just copy this class name, control F, put dot at the start and do control V. Okay. If it is not showing right now, there is one more rule you need to consider. Please remove the empty spaces and put dot instead there. So wherever there is empty space in this, right? If you notice, between input and OXD, there is an empty space. So you should put what? You should put dot over here. Okay. So wherever there is empty space, please put dot. So now you can see it is identifying how many elements, guys? Total 2 elements. One is for username and second one is for password. Everyone are clear? All this 4 approach of identifying the respective CSS selector for an element over UI. Anybody has any confusion, doubt, clarification, please unmute and speak up, guys.
Vikas, so suppose like if all these fours are not available, like some scenarios will come across where only links are available, and those links will not have ID, the class, and this attribute values. So how we will like identify? Some links will be the some images. Suppose it, suppose in any there will be scenario like we will not find all these values.
Then we will use the concept of indexing. Okay.
Okay.
So there is something called as indexing. Now, what does this indexing means basically? Indexing means like you start with, let's say, um, mm, input tag is equal to value. Let's say, I'm just giving an example. Okay. After that, you will say that table. After that, you will say that th of 4, 3. After that, you will say tr of 2, something like that. Okay. So in this way, we will try to traverse to the respective HTML which we are looking for. Okay, so over here, I'll show you some of the cases. Let's say you want to inspect this password. Okay, when you want to inspect this password, right click on this, copy this and copy. You can see, everyone can see that copy selector. Control F, when you do like this, everyone can see that we are having arrow, guys. Okay, this is nothing but an arrow. And if I copy this and paste it over here, this is an actual CSS selector, guys. Okay, it's not that it is not correct. The concern over here is wherever you can see arrow, right? The arrow represent that you are moving to a child. And this child is of app. A app is nothing but ID. Why? Because you can see hash at the start. After that, for this, there is a child called div. For this, the child is div.orangehrms. For this, the child is this. So basically, you are traversing from parent to child one by one, one by one, one by one. Is it clear, everyone? Okay. So wherever you see arrow, please don't get confused. It means that you are kind of moving to a child. Now, if someone wants to understand this in detail, so everyone can see that app is over here. Okay. So what is app, guys? App is nothing but ID. And I told you how to write CSS selector. Whenever ID is given, you just need to put hash. So once you put hash, right, it will be kind of identifying the CSS selector. After that, if you want to move to this, then you need to say greater than. Okay. Then you need to say div dot. Okay. I want to highlight one more way actually, which is nothing but very same, like similar, not out of the box. If you know the class name and tag name, okay, then the CSS selector will be tag name dot class name. Okay, please understand this. Very simple. Tag name, let's say if I am having input as a tag name, right? And class is this. So I will say input dot class name. That's it. Okay. Clear everyone? This is one more way. So over here, we are kind of moving to respective value. Everyone understood this? So I'm repeating what I said just now. Hash app is nothing but ID. This is again one more CSS selector. This is again tag name. This is again one more CSS selector. So like this, we are traversing to the actual nth child. Okay, so we have the concept of nth child, first, last child. Okay, so all these are available in CSS selector. So with the help of that, we will be kind of reaching to the respective element over the UI. Everyone are clear? Anybody has any confusion, doubt, guys? Okay.
Yeah,
So guys,
so because
yeah,
can you show one of these CSS value for any links? Suppose there is a link, and then how to
link will have href, right?
yes.
So if you have the href, you can just write href directly. Href is also one of the attribute, right? So you just need to pass this in a square bracket.
Okay, okay,
So link will have one exact link, right? So if you
correct.
know exact link, then obviously that will identify the unique value,
Okay,
right? Over here we have orange HRMs. Orange HRM, I know that uh, it is an actual website, right? So what
correct.
I need, I need to just press this in the href. And again, I'm repeating, you can use A as well here.
As an
It will,
input here.
why? So A and then href is equal to. And I
Okay,
told you that if you are looking for text, so Cypress is having one beautiful support. I'll explain you that. With the help of text also, we will identify the locator. Okay. Whatever text is present over the UI. Perfect. So anybody has anything to kind of add over here, guys? If I'm missing anything from CSS part, if let's say you guys are aware, please feel free to kind of stop me, guys. Okay. So this is about the CSS locator, which we are going to use day in, day out. Okay. Now over here, we will start with it block. Log it into HRMS and validate. So guys, I'm trying to show you the assertion technique as well. So the concept is cy.visit. So the very first command which we are learning is cy.visit, guys. Okay, I'm just writing hash slash over here. Can anybody tell me if I write slash, anything will happen? Yes. So slash is something, please understand, guys. Slash is something, in that case, you need to go to your cypress.config.js, guys. Over here, you need to declare one value called as base URL, guys. Okay. So please remember, if you declare the base URL over here, okay, and now if you write the slash value over there, okay, where I was having this first test case. Now if I run this, okay, I'm opening Cypress, guys, npx cypress open. I hope everyone are now clear with the command also. Okay, npx cypress open. And this time let us select Edge browser, okay. And the test case which we were writing is css test.cy.js. So guys, please remember, initial around 6 to 7 session, I will go slow. The reason is you should be clear with the command, guys. Okay. So if you remember, I have one it block which is saying cy.visit and that's it. Like there will be slash inside that. So if you notice, it is saying not found, guys. Can anybody tell me why it is showing this? Although if you click on this, it will, okay. Okay. Anybody can tell me what is the issue, guys? So just go to the base URL, guys, again, where we have declared this. Okay. And just remove this login, guys. Okay. Just go to, just go to CSS test / login, save this. Now go to CSS test. Okay, clear everyone what I did just?
Hello?
Okay, I'll repeat what I did, guys. First of all, guys,
Hello?
yeah, go ahead, please. Hello. Uh, Someone is saying something?
No, no, Vikas, continue.
Okay. Sorry. So what I was saying, guys, see, the base URL is one such URL which will remain constant throughout your project, guys. Okay. So if you notice over here, we can write base URL, and here I can provide login. That's not a problem. I can do that. But if possible, so guys, if you notice carefully, as soon as I'm pressing Control S, every time my test is kind of getting triggered, right? If you notice carefully, correct? So what to do for that? Go to config.js and over here define one element called as watch for file change and make this as false, guys. Okay, watch for file change, make that as a false. So if you make this as false, even if there is a file change, it will not trigger the test case. Okay, so that's what I did, guys. I have added one attribute. I mean, that attribute is by default available in Cypress. And now if I launch this particular test case, it will go to orange HRMS. Okay, I hope it is pretty much clear. Now I am moving to the next step. Okay, so go to this logic. cy dot, for identifying any element over the UI, we are using cy.get. So here you need to identify the locator of username. So here you can inspect right away. Okay, and just use name is equal to username. Copy this square bracket, name is equal to username dot. See, guys, sometime what happens, you need to use dot clear dot type. See, clear is for clearing the placeholder value. Sometime you notice, right, in UI, some of the value will be already pre-filled. So you can clear those values. Okay. And the next locator which we have is password. Okay. So inspect this password, name is equal to password, copy this and put it over here. Again, for password also I'm doing clear and I'm saying dot type admin123. Okay, so I have written simple logic. After that, I am trying to get the locator of login button. And over here, type is equal to submit, square bracket. So guys, one catch over here. If you are using double quotes out inside, you should use single quotes outside or vice versa. Okay. Okay, I believe we are done. We have logged in. So once you enter this admin and admin 123, okay, and then you do a login, right? You can see that I am able to see something called this, right? So I just want to validate whether this dashboard is present or not, or let's say orange HRMS logo is present or not. So to do that, again, go to inspect this dashboard. And over here, if you're able to identify this thing, then well and good. Otherwise, take some other locator. Okay. So you have class, you have SRC. Okay, now I'll show you one more way. Over here we have this icon, guys. When you inspect this icon, you will see that everything will get highlighted. Now if I click on this, over here I am getting one command, guys. So copy this command and write it over here, dot should. Okay, now this is what chai logic is, guys. So chai is nothing but one type of assertion. With the help of should, you are able to identify whether that element is present over the UI or not. Okay, so for that reason, what I am doing is I am just inspecting the logo part. And once you inspect the logo part, after that I'm saying that, hey, whether that logo is present or not, right? So for that reason, I have written dot should be dot visible. If it is visible, then my test case will pass, otherwise it will not pass. So everyone, I'm repeating what I said here. If I want to get the locator of any element, please activate this. After activating, you can go to respective element. You will see the command straight away. Copy this, and over here you can just write this dot should be dot visible. Everyone are clear, guys? Anybody has any doubt, query, questions?
Yeah. So because so this will work only for validation, like this copy and paste. It will not work for the above putting the data, username,
No,
password.
no. It will work for above logic also.
Yeah.
It will work for above logic also. But make sure you deactivate this. Let me do log out. Activate this. Go to this. So this is showing little bit lengthy, right? That's the reason I might have not used it, right?
Okay.
You can
Uh,
use it. That's not a problem. Okay.
yeah. So it is giving like predefined commands for everything.
It is giving you predefined locators, basically CSS
Yeah.
locator.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And this locator, if you copy and paste it over here in our actual this thing, right? It will work fine. Okay. So if you copy paste over here, it will show the correct locator, guys. Okay. Just remove this and just remove this also. Understood?
Good.
So this is the locator of admin, this thing, username. I believe we are done, guys. Okay. So basically what we are doing, guys, we are doing clear, and then we are typing the value. Here also we are doing clear, typing the value. After that, we are kind of clicking on login button and then moving to the next step, that is should be dot visible. So we are just validating whether that particular value is present or not. Okay, perfect. So again, guys, to run this, you need to go to this browser, click on refresh. That's it. So everyone can see, guys, whatever you can see in green color, right? Those are nothing but the assertion. Okay. And can anybody tell me what is this XHR, page load, new URL? Anybody has idea?
These are the APIs. The get. I can see like get success with 200 code.
So basically, guys, these are the internal APIs, right? How to kind of view this internal API? Anybody? How we can view this? Anybody has idea?
Below that
So
location in web index.
yeah, so basically you remember I told you something about Chrome Dev tool, right? You should have complete insight on Chrome Dev tool. Now I have entered the correct credential over here, right? Once you enter the correct credential over here, click on login. Okay. Once you click on login, there will be a lot of API calls over here. Okay. So these are all the API calls as well as non-API calls. So over here, whatever you can see this, right? So all these are nothing but, guys, APIs. So that is kind of getting captured over here as well. Am I clear, everyone? So we can disable this, not a problem. If you don't want to kind of get displayed this value, that is fine. We can do that, not a problem. But again, the thing is, we have entered the credential. We are logged in. Now, whatever action you want to do, we can do it over here. So when I say whatever actions, basically clicking on admin, clicking on a PIM, clicking on leaves, right? So I was saying one more thing. You remember that we have one more way to identify the element, which is nothing but the with the help of cy.contains method. Okay, so what you need to do is in contains, you just need to write the actual contains. Let's say I am able to see something called as time. So you just need to say cy.contains time, and then you should say dot click. Understood what I'm doing, guys? This is the content, or let's say the text value which is present over the UI. Okay. So it will do the login. After that, it will click on times also. So now we are on the time logic. Everyone are clear with this approach, what I showed just now? Anybody has any confusion, any doubt what is contains doing? Okay. So next is we have two more commands. Let me kind of do it in this cy.wait. You can provide a wait, guys. Okay. Always remember the wait is in millisecond. So you can provide the wait, and you can provide the pause logic also. So pause is basically for doing the debugging, guys. Okay, so I have added two commands. One is cy.wait, so it will wait for 9 seconds. Okay. Okay, I might, so you guys can see it will wait for 9 seconds. After that, it will pause my execution, guys. So now my execution is paused. You guys can see this. Okay. Now, if I want to resume this execution, just click on resume button over here. Okay. So it will resume the execution. So done. Clear everyone? Anybody has any doubt, query, questions? So cy.wait is basically responsible for waiting, and cy.pause is basically for taking a pause in particular step so that you can do a debug for all the previous step which has been executed. Okay, clear everyone? So please remember, whatever methods we are using in Cypress, everything will be kind of visible with the help of pair of curly bracket. Okay, so please remember, whatever method you can see, right? Clear is there, click is there, right? All these are the methods which are part of Cypress only. So when you hover on this, you will see the respective link of that particular command. If you open this, you will see how this particular command we need to use it. Okay, I am obviously showing one of the way. So here you can see that we are having multiple other ways also. Okay, so don't get confused when you see something called option, because what happens, you may come across with a scenario saying that this is hidden, right? So in that case, you need to pass force colon through. What this is doing, guys, this is nothing but you can consider if you want to, let's say, type on any of the hidden element, correct? Then you need to pass force colon through. Okay, understood everyone? Any doubt, query, questions, guys? Anyone? Yes, please feel free to unmute and speak up, guys.
Yes, because for this dot click, dot clear, dot type, these are the Cypress methods,
These
and
are the Cypress method. Yes.
and the dot should, this is also Cypress method. That's coming from
So
different.
this is actually a Cypress method, but this is coming from the chai library.
Okay.
Okay, which is coming under the concept of assertion.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
That's for validation. So I
Yes.
just want to know, like, this is the only way in doing the validation here, or is there any other way also, like dot should and be visible is only way of or
We are
is there any?
two approach actually. One is TDD. and second is BDD. So you remember we are having one keyword called as expect. Okay, so expect value dot to dot equal, like this also is a valid statement. Okay, like I am right now, I am not having any value right now. Okay, but this is also one more way. So this is also doing the assertion. So what we will do, expect some content to dot equal some content. Okay, so with the help of that approach also we will be able to do the respective assertion.
So be visible we only use for the images and any very hardcode text and
Here if I remove this, you remember when I was writing b dot visible, these are the multiple assertions which Cypress is supporting in terms of event.
okay,
Now it's our call which to use.
okay, okay, got it.
Got it?
Anything? Yes.
Yes, anything is possible. B dot visible, B dot should display. So there is one more should dot sorry dot B dot sorry B dot B dot B dot so here if you notice B dot available, B dot cold, B dot empty, all these are nothing but part of your HTML logic. If it is available, then you should use it. Otherwise, you can keep as it is. So this is whatever assertion we will use, right? It will be highlighted in our logic by green color, by red color. If the assertion is not passed, it will show red color. If it is passed, it will show green color. Everyone are clear? Anybody has any doubt, questions, confusion?
So industry standard like we use v dot visible in the normal 70 to
Yes,
80%.
just for like you need to understand, right? What is your test case doing, right? So I have logged in, but I'm not sure I am logged in or not, right? So what you can do, you can take any of the element which is visible when the user is logged in, correct? And based on that, you can apply the assertion
Okay.
so that we got the confirmation that we are on the like logged in page.
Okay.
Now it's our call which test case we need to automate. Like we need to automate leaves test case or PIM, admin, that depends on us.
And one more thing, like here you are executing from the browser only. And suppose if you want to execute from the npx command, so
Yeah,
that
I'll
particular
show you.
thing.
Yeah. So just at high level, I'll try to show you. The command is npx cypress run hyphen spec. Okay. This command I will show you later on, but still right now I am showing you. Copy this, paste it over here. Okay. Now this will not run in browser.
Got it.
This will run in the headless mode. And the browser selection will be Electron browser. Okay. Here you will see at the top the version and everything also. So Electron 130 headless node version 1 found, and it will like just show this logic. That's it. Here we are not able to see like what was the, I mean, how was the UI. Time travel logic will be like will not be present. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. And one more thing, the command which I have executed just now, right? Hmm. This command, right? So you can go to package.json, guys. In package.json, guys, you can see test. Okay. So here I can say that run CSS, run CSS. Okay. Just I'm showing you one example. So we are ready with this script. Okay. I'll save this. If I click on debug, okay. Just a second. Not debug actually. Hover your mouse. There will be run script. So once you run script, right, it will start executing what I was executing just like just around 2 minutes ago. Okay. So whatever command you think it is kind of getting reused again and again, you can mention in the script area by comma separated logic in the JSON format. Understood, everyone?
Yes, it got.
Clear? So here you can mention npx cypress run. Can anybody tell me what will happen if I run this command? Second one.
It will run all the test cases.
It will run all the test cases around 22. Okay. So when I say 22, basically 20 from the above two folder and 2 from here. So here, guys, please remember, it's on us how many script you can you want to have it, because we are having multiple other options also. Like if you want to run in let's say Chrome browser, right? So you just need to say run Chrome, and here I will say npx cypress run hyphen spec, and I mean I'll copy this. Here you can say hyphen browser, because browser is one parameter, guys, Chrome. And now hover your mouse, run script. So it will start executing in Chrome browser.
So because this is the best way to do it, like you update everything in the package.json, and
This
from
is the
there.
best. This we will do at the end once we are completed with our framework, right?
Okay.
Once we are fully ready. Right now, I'm not showing you the commands. Okay, so there are a lot of command actually. Okay, you can run the test case based on the tag name. You can run the test case based on the you can say here whatever we are showing, right, is nothing but like one of the way. So here I will update like around 20 to 25 script, correct? And now it's our call which we want to call. Okay, so now I have shown you by hovering your mouse and clicking on this. If you want to run via this terminal area also, we can do that. Can anybody tell me the command for running this run Chrome? How to do?
I think same this one, npx cypress run hyphen spec,
Yeah.
and then we copy paste and same thing we paste it will run. Plus automation cs.js. Okay. Then hyphen browser Chrome.
um, See, whenever I have specified the command right over here, it means I have stored in a variable, correct? Understood this? So run Chrome is one type of variable for me, which is storing the complete value over here, right? So if I want to run this, you just need to say npm run. Okay, this thing you need to append. That's it. After that, you need to say run space Chrome. Understood?
It should be npx or npm.
Mm, just a second. I did some mistake, guys. Just a second. Huh? It should be npm run. Yeah, in single quotes or double quotes. Okay. I just missed this single quotes or double quote. Understood? So it will run our, or let's say trigger our Chrome test case. Now, if you want to run in headed mode from this command, just pass over here Chrome headed. Okay. Understood, everyone? So these are the multiple commands, obviously like variations. Okay. So which we will see later on, but still like at high level, just wanted to convey. So I hope everyone are clear, guys. Anybody has any doubt, confusion, please feel free to kind of ask your doubts. Okay, so this package.json, obviously we will explore little bit more in detail later on once we are ready with any of the framework such as page object model or something. But yeah, today guys, I hope everyone are clear with this concept of CSS, right? If anybody has any confusion, doubt, queries, questions, kind of, please feel free to ask.
Sir, Vikas, like one question. So, like here only we have to use CSS locators only. Other locators will not work. Though if we put XPath and that
Yeah.
values will not.
So basically, if your project is supporting XPath, right? So the only way is to kind of go to just a second. I ideally see this is not recommended actually, because if you notice on the official page, right here, if you notice, it is July 2022. Okay.
Okay.
So if you go to this package, right, this package is already saying that hey, we are depreciated. Even if we need to, let's say, integrate into our Cypress this particular version. So guys, please remember, this is common for all the third party, you can say, plugin which we are trying to configure. Okay, so copy this command, go here and paste it over here. Okay, make sure you are kind of pasting it correctly and hit enter. Okay, once you hit enter, the package got updated, like package got added, right? Now what exactly we need to do? We need to do one more thing, which is something saying that hey, please include this into your project file. So copy this line and put it where, guys? Go to e2e.js or command.js, wherever you feel comfortable, and please put like this line and save this. Okay, now prior to our test case, right, we were not having cy.xpath as a command. Now we will have cy.xpath as well into our command logic. Like, this command was not visible previously, I'm saying. Okay, when I say previously, before installing this plugin. So now what I will do, the whatever approach we have seen, right, same thing we can do for xpath logic as well. So now xpath will also work fine. Understood, everyone? So the concept and everything remains same, guys. There is no change. Now, obviously, I'll give you one activity today, guys, over the weekend. You need to kind of complete that. You need to kind of identify, because if you remember, or if you are aware, right, we are having multiple ways to identify in the XPath, correct? So I'm just showing you one of the ways. Okay. Now, over the weekend, I would request everyone to please give a try. It's not that mandatory. If you are able to crack it, well and good. So I'm writing one XPath, guys. Okay, so the XPath always like starts with either double slash or single slash. So we call that as an like absolute XPath or relative XPath. Okay, so right now I'm writing one XPath which is nothing but this one. Okay, and over here, instead of using cy.get, guys, please remember I need to use what? cy.xpath, and please put in single quotes or double quotes. Okay, so clear it, and after that dot type, and please type the value. Simple. Understood, everyone? Any doubt, any query, any questions, guys? Anyone?
No. So Vikas, one question, like, so here, what is the industry standard? Like, generally we prefer CSS only here, or should we?
Yeah, 90% of the code, 85%, I would say it is this thing only,
See,
CSS.
okay.
Okay. Remaining percent is the only reason is due to some security logic, right? In some of the scenarios, they might kind of use the XPath concept. Otherwise, 85 to 90% people are using XPath, sorry, CSS only.
Okay.
Anybody can tell me what is this issue, guys?
Cannot call outside string.
Yes,
The
I will show the.
website link missing it.
Sorry. Come again.
Website link.
Website link I told you, right? We are having inside which file? Cypress.config.js. So you guys can see the structure. It block is missing, guys. Okay. It block is missing, right?
Yeah.
You need
Yes,
to have
yes.
all the test case in it block only, guys. You cannot write outside it. Okay, please remember this one very important point.
Because here, what is the hierarchy here? Like describe it. So each file will have only one.
No,
So
so I told you, you can have multiple describe, multiple it. There is no such this thing, but it block is mandatory.
it blocks my network. So, but as an industry standards, like how we will define like each page, like each .cy.js will have all the page test cases. Correct? One page or one test, all the test cases of that particular page.
Uh, Sorry, can you repeat your question, please?
So suppose like if you see login page, so we are defining the login page test cases. So in the login page, we will have almost 10 to 15 test cases, suppose.
Mm-hmm.
We'll create one .cy.js file for login, and I'll
Yeah.
mention all the test case there. So that
Mm.
is industry. Just want to
Yeah,
know.
my like I my if you ask me personally,
Yes.
like if I would be, let's say, this thing for doing the automation for this logic, right?
Correct.
So login, I would have created one separate folder actually inside this E2E. Okay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
what if login related test case in future also, if it is coming, right, it will sit under that particular folder. Okay. Now once
Okay.
I am logged in, right, I am on the home page. So I will create one folder called as home page, and under home page there will be subfolder saying admin, PIM, leaves, time, recruitment, my info, performance, and everything.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
So that
So
way
we
we will kind of segregate.
got it. So folder, then subfolder, and then we have to create this .cy.js file. Okay. Yeah. So because you are talking about the activity, like some assignment you have planned.
Yeah. So the thing is, I have shown you how to kind of install the XPath, right? I hope everyone are clear with that. So you guys just you need to go to one of, like, I'll show you this website basically. I know everyone are aware about this. So here we are having multiple ways to kind of identify the element, but the concept is using XPath only. Okay, so I'll share this link with you all. So there are around 12 to 15 ways, guys. Okay, so I would request everyone to please give a try for minimum 5 to 10 ways of identifying the element over this particular website. And in admin, okay, this is the admin page. So in admin, you just need to click on add. You need to fill all this detail, okay, and click on save. Okay, so just give a try. It's not that I mean, if it is not completed, it is fine, but I want you to kind of give a try. But the locator which you guys will use is only XPath, not CSS. Please remember this. Okay, so I'll share this detail on WhatsApp group also. Just give a try, and just try this uh, like over the weekend. If you got any doubt, query, questions, kind of, please feel free to ask, right, over WhatsApp group page.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, I think we are good. So I'll stop my screen share. Anybody wants to add anything, guys, please feel free to ask.